Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one, welcome all. Welcome right back, PlanetSide. We're going back to the most unreasonable video game we have ever seen to once again explore what it means to be a good commander. Maybe a new term for the channel, good commander. Welcome back to the Beanami channel, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure, give me a like, give me a subscribe, maybe write a little comment as we're still loading in here. We're strapped in for a fun experience today, a 4v4 game. Give you a little spoiler before we get all the way into it. Quite exciting, and I think we're going to be talking mostly about basic concepts, okay? Because I think something very interesting happens in this game. I believe I'm on red team. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. Yes, sir. So, let's see. Before we go any further, I believe, where is the map name? Welcome to Talarim version 3, as we are spawning in today as none other than a beautiful little Armada commander. Legion was enabled, but I was like, nah, fuck that. As you can see, fun drawings on the map. I was trying to point out the lanes to my homies. So, my good friend, Commander Boxeater, back as usual, and another friend from real life, Tau Sympathizer, loading in on my team with Araka in the back. I'll tell you right now, Araka really doesn't have much impact as far as I'm aware, but it'll be fun. Let's see. Purple, noticing the craziness of this map. It's one of those beautiful things about Beyond All Reason. You load into a map for the first time and you're like, holy shit, that is a pathway. People can get around like that. Like, look at this. These gaping holes on either side. I mean, I really think that, this could be an AV8 map. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this could be an AV8 map. Oh, and this could even be a spawn. So, yeah. I think this could very well be an AV8 map where um, it's actually kind of even, surprisingly enough. So, hitting it off with the basics. We've got scout units coming out from Commander Boxeater. Lovely to see, lovely to see. Enemy has put down an LLT on the dangerous zone that could be punctured, as well as dark blue. They are both LLTing it up. Now, it's unfortunate, I must admit, we're up against some of my fellow countrymen, some more Dutchmen. Who gaat het daar? But, you gotta do what you gotta do. We're still gonna be aggressing as best we can. So, Stones, I think, took a better position here than Araka, which is just this nice, and I think it would have been really fun, start here, slap down your mechs, slap down a solar, slap down 2 LLTs, get the rest of your mixes, right? And then build your bot lab from there. We're obviously trying to expand as quickly as possible. This is one of those things that I feel like I see in 1v1 games and I'm inspired by. So we are just sending the commander forward after one construction bot that I'm just leaving to make a construction turret. Sending construction bot number 2 out to hopefully go get some of these middle nexus. I was kind of confused. I was like, well, I don't know what Araka is going to want, so I guess I'll just not take too many of these mexes. We find opponent. Contact. Ooh, Araka is also trying to make contact, although his path is quite strange. He's just kind of clicked the map and hoped for scout. We have traded 2 for 3. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. It's a lovely, simple game, Let's look at our energy bars. Everybody's energy bars are kind of overflowing. Obviously, unsurprisingly, no storages yet. I think soon would be storage time. I hope I do such a thing, but I might just be, I might just be having a strange wish. So, and this is kind of the difference between pro players and noobs, I feel like, where the enemy team is not trying to take space. They're not expanding. They're not They're not moving their commanders out. They're not moving constructors out. Like, I see one up there for light blue. I see one up there for light green, but they're certainly behind. Look at this. We're already up 20 metal a second right now. That's disastrous for the enemy team. Now, this is kind of the difficult part for me. I was feeling very, like, risky. I was feeling like I'm just going to be as aggressive as I humanly can. I've got D-gun juice. We built an energy storage. Hey, 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 look at me go. And we built two. God, I'm such a gamer. And we are just moving up the hill. The fundamentals, you know. The fundamentals, as Atrios says. I think that's that League of Legends guy. So Dark Blue is starting to maneuver up an interesting maneuver here. He is lining up on this scantily clad lane where I've got my little Resbot guy going, just getting me a little bit more energy. He's about to serve his final purpose of letting me scout, which is obviously incredibly vital. Now I'm finally like, great, I've got a great economy, 22 metal a second. I've got my energy up. Let's just let's do it, right? So I'm starting to put down advanced solars because like 2 to 13 wind, I never trust it. I'll just go advanced solar, thank you very much. And so now I get the notification like, oh, there's dark blue units coming at you. So I freak out a little bit and I start sending my pawns. Now dark blue doesn't know it and he gets punished for not testing it. But there are no LLTs here or units. And so he's just like advancing down this lane. But I see, oh, okay, right? Like I haven't met him with these pawns. Life is good. Like, what's he gonna do to me now? The answer is 0. I could have put down another, like maybe even 2 construction turrets right now, but I'm just kind of freaking out trying to micro a little bit. Let's see. Maybe we slap down one more converter in the next advanced solar collector. That'd be nice to see from me here. Just, you know, always try to keep your eco up. I'm not keeping my eco up super duper well, but I have started to set up a defensive position because I figure, you know, well, and especially once this comes online, you know, I figure I need some sort of defenses. So now let's see here. Let's ride along here, player view. We can start seeing this building up. Now I kind of figured that it was some like loser goblin attack. And it was, because there's no other unit that he could amass like this. And honestly, that's like a huge, huge piece of information. Enemy is still not at the halfway point of the map. Again, you need to be able to expand. You need to be able to get out there and do some stuff. Like it's a fairly straightforward concept. I'm like, okay, I've got, you know, 1700 metal. I'm about to put down my 3rd construction turret. Let's just put down my tier 2, which obviously very aggressive of me, but as it turns out, you know, the enemy, like I said, we've got this scouting information. Enemy is just dumping into these goblins, and they're just useless. I'm going to be so real with you. Goblins are so goddamn useless unless they are completely uncontested or microed exceptionally well. The 260 range can really come in handy, especially early game against things like pawns, things like grunts. The range advantage is actually quite large. 260 versus 180, or I think this is a grunt, 215. So the goblin can be quite successfully used as a early fighter unit. You know, keep it in a nice line, fight opponents, run away, get nice shots off as we start coming through. So let's see, do I follow up and kill this constructor, or does it just feed itself to my units? Oh, that's so lovely. You love to see it. No micro investment, and I still get that free kill. So Dark Blue decided to send the first portion of his units instead of the whole portion, and so 2 LLTs and 3 maces end up holding. Isn't that just some shit? And like, he could have sent it through. He could have sent it, you know, any which way. Let my 2 maces die to 2 D guns. Honestly, not the worst trade in the world at that point, as we are sending 2 big beautiful waves of 5 pawns each. And you know, he has this LLT up, but 5 pawns, even up this impossible hill, they can really get it going. And yeah, they're not shit like like goblins, so they don't just kind of vaporize in front of your face. Now, this has been a misplay. Look at that, we lose 2 pawns for no reason. Push on to the BP, of course. Make sure to target her down. The fundamentals. The fundamentals. Always be shooting BP. Now, I decide, okay, let's just rep up my LLT as it's starting to blast like a crazy guy. But I guess I must have like clicked it and microed it down, which was really stupid. I'm surprised that this light heat ray didn't upgrade faster, but yeah, and then I just ended up losing it, which felt so dumb. I was like, oh, what am I doing? He wasn't repairing, he wasn't playing particularly well. I just like A-clicked it somehow while I was still microing this business. So I take out a little bit of his eco, take out a Mex, and it's very punishing in this game because he has had less than me the whole game up until now. You know, he gets a little bit of reclaim in there from the look of things, but look at this. We're back at base. We're starting tier 2, baby. Our metal is about to skyrocket. Have we got this properly queued up? Yeah, we do. Well, not really, but it's fine, you know. And then I'm like, well, all right, I'm tier 2 now for free. Hounds. Let's go Hounds, because that'll counter everything they have. I just set up more LLTs. I figure, you know, he might stream at me with more of these stupid goblins that I can see the entire time, and here they come. I'm like, okay, great. Let me just back up a little bit. Let me put down one more LLT. It's just the fundamentals, right? Like, opponent is so silly for not trying to walk more units at me right now. Because, like, I mean, the goblins, look at them. They're having good effect here, but they're... Goodbye. And now the hounds are here. Tier 2 unit spotted. Yep, ping. And blue team reacts. Nobody is close to tier 2. Dark blue has properly scaled some energy, but not looking the greatest as we are now. Look at this. 2 tier 2 mexes deep, and we will continue to get further and further ahead. Yeah, and nobody on the, I mean, no, 2 players on the blue team. Look at this. Both of these guys missing their tier 2 timings. Neither of them investing heavily enough into units or into the next tier of unit, as Never Die decide. I guess they've just been fighting it up. Commander Box Eater and my good boy Tau Sympathizer over here have just been fighting it up with the enemy team, making their lives a living hell, and I respect it because it's put them completely off their mojo and not allowed them for a second to macro, which is fantastic. Yeah, I mean, light green is now starting to slam down. Okay, so he went for tier 1.5 mexes. Kind of hate it. They're so expensive, man. They really are so expensive, and the amount of times that it's worth it is a lot lower than I think we might expect. I think it can work on like a Supreme Isthmus type of deal where you can kind of rush it still, theoretically, if you're in a safer position, say GOC or Tech Front. Maybe even could be funny to do as tech. Maybe then you don't even have to blow your comm. I don't think the math's like that, but could go for something a little greedier like that. No, the math definitely doesn't math. But like, look at this. We're on tier 2 now, baby, and we've got Hounds, we've got Jammer coming, we've got Radar coming. And we're all built up, so what's it going to be now, blue team? It's going to be an attempt at a tier 2 transition. They're not sharing resources with each other, even though some of them are practically overflowing. Yep, and not able to spend a dime as light blue has gone for a bunch of... This is not it. This is another scrub mistake. These 4 anti-air might stop the bombers from hitting this, but the bombers will still like almost certainly hit that if there was any kind of air commitment. I think it's kind of crazy to put so much yeah, almost 400 metal into these things. And so Dark Blue's kind of shitting his pants, because like what the hell is he supposed to do? I've got look at this, 16 hounds now up here. They're called hounds, right? Yeah, hounds. And I figure, well, let's throw in a backstop, right? We need some slower, heavier units. Because it's not fun to have to micro your hounds perfectly. They can miss, and it really sucks. So I'm trying to target down his commander. Good old radar bot not really giving me the juice I need. Hey, look at this. Folks, you can micro units separately. Isn't that insane? So there it is. We get a reveal and boom, gone. Now, he still got a decent trade. Yeah, he took about 6 of my hounds down with him, but commander gone, tier 2 still not finished. Dark blue is in trouble. And this is what he gets. He expanded slowly, fundamentals. Blue team didn't see their tier 2 transition timing, fundamentals. Nobody ate shit on the blue team. No, look at these. Look at all these trees that are still here. All right, we kind of scooped up a good chunk of ours, but yep, still lots on the blue. And we're just like, and now look at this. Commander Box Eater also got to very safely transition tier 2 because he's actually properly eco-scaled. Now, let's see. Tau Sympathizer has gotten tier 2, which I don't think is theoretically correct, but he's gotten there, and that's what counts. So he's up against some tough stuff here. Never Die has now fully invested into units. He spent some of his metal and has now stopped. And once again we're seeing this. Yep. Stones is absolutely correct. He says he had strong eco start, which is true. I just got to walk my commander forward, put down all these mexes, take my tier 1 guy, put down some more shit. Very, very nice, all of it. And so I was like, well, I need some energy desperately. I'm disastrously low on energy. And I saw my full-ass metal bar. And so I think once I stopped microing the front for a minute, I immediately went into an Aphis. Because, Daddy's a big boy, and Daddy's got 5,000 metals, so Daddy's going to go Aphis. Daddy's blowing up his lane, Daddy gets an Aphis. Just that simple, folks. So now we get to push on through. I wanted to find this hive. Did I end up finding this hive? I did end up finding this hive. Did I end up killing that hive? Because I feel like what ended up, like, these annoying drones. Okay, so we blow up the hive. Okay, but the drones still get to live. That's actually quite good. I didn't know that. I thought if you blew up the hive, the drones died too, but they don't, as it turns out. Now, Purple is finally coming in to try and help his boy. It gotten up to tier 2 himself, but we have quite a few hounds, and there's some more Centurions rolling in from Commander Box Eater. What a lovely move that is, as well, as I'm starting to try and get value in the middle with those welders I made earlier. They're going to get degunned, I think. There's too many commanders standing there. I go, okay, there's some like freaky ass units over here. Let me just run away from those, and we start taking up Purple. Commander Box Eater is in with the Centurions. What a lovely follow-up from him, by the way. I mean, great call to follow up with some tier 1 instead of just kind of all-inning on the tier 2. Man, I still haven't put my Aphis down. Come on, buddy. Put your Aphis down. 90 metal a second. We've got plenty for an Aphis. As LLT finally kind of starting to clear me up, but I don't even think it will, eh? Nope. We get the whole purple base just about. 4 mexes left. 5, and a little bot lab down here that he's putting. Problem just is very simple, like, it just won't work. How the hell did my hound get down here? I was wondering. See, because these two dudes end up just like walking around and they're targeting this hound. I was wondering what the hell was down in this hole, because I'm gonna degun those for free. So Arake has some units out. I'm still not having any impact, but look at this. He's gone tier 2. He's a mighty warrior. Been ecoing the whole game. We haven't seen him make any units, but still at 60 metal a second, and this is why he's 11 OS. Just has no clue how the eco works in this game. Man, come on. Okay, there we go. Now we start the Aphis. Very good. As, putting down the last couple of tier 1 mexes. How's my tier 2 guy doing? Oh, yeah, he's still walking it out. And we've got, 2 butlers and a tier 1. It's like, if I was a good player, I would have this guy hotkeyed to, like, 0 or something, right? And then I would know, okay, so I have 2 butlers and a tier 1 con. how long are those guys going to take to finish off a tier 2 mix, right? That's the question. And we start the tick spam because, fuck it, we ball. We got, whoa, Archaic Karkinos coming out. We've got extra unit packs enabled. Oh yeah, we do. Hell yeah. Didn't even notice. Arake is getting out. This tier 2, you know, Decurions, tier 1.5 tank. So, not going after, yeah, his micro is doggy doo-doo, but it doesn't matter, because I think he's got enough Decurions. Nope, he doesn't even go after the units. What a silly, silly dum-dum. As, did I press T? I did. Very good. And I started putting down some more BP. As, look at this, Commander Box Heater is getting right in, finishing the job. Blue team has conceded. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you just get to win the game off the fundamentals, especially in these 4v4s. This is where you test and where you find, you know, like, am I actually ready to be playing these larger team games? Do I understand how the eco is working? Like, I mean, obviously, I wasn't even perfect in this game, right? Like, I'm floating all this goddamn metal. Like, I should have made a fusion ages ago. Realistically, not an Aphis, of course, just a regular one. But, you know, it didn't really matter in the end because Dark Blue's fundamentals were just worse. I think he could have taken advantage of me had he made the Mace equivalent or Karkinos, sent those at me. That could have really hurt me for how much metal he put into goblins. I mean, you don't really think about it, right? But each one of those goblins was 50 metal, and there must have been, you know, like 50 goblins. So then you're talking about 2,500 metal or some crazy number, and to kill, you know, with like 3 maces and an LLT and a half with all those goblins, it's just never going to work out for you. And I think, you know, like I said, he had the option of pushing into the holes. There were lots of holes. He just couldn't find them, and that's another one of those fundamentals. Like, okay, you have these 50 units. They're literally called scout units. Go find the holes, you know? Like, go find where the weaknesses are, because I mean, it's not like I didn't have any weaknesses this game. I was exploitable. I could, you know, he could have cut in from all sorts of angles, but he just thought that he could win because he was like, oh, opponent have little number, I have big, I go fight now. And he got crushed, and that's what he deserved. So, ladies and gentlemen, focus on your fundamentals next time you go planet side, and I'll see you next time when we go planet side. Bye for now.